Small cap stocks struggling to take off so far in 2024. The Russell 2000 down more than 3% since the start of January, while other major averages are all in the green. But one of our traders sees a reversal of misfortune ahead for this index. Let's go off the charts with Katie. So what are you seeing?
You know, for IWM, we saw a pretty major trading range breakout in Q4. It's something that we had anticipated because there were some positive divergences in momentum as it had gone sideways with a ton of volatility. The volatility is kind of staying with it with this pullback that we've had. So it's shaken investors' confidence in the small cap space. But we want to sort of reinstill that confidence because we've seen an initial reaction to a short-term oversold condition. That's an IWM or the Russell 2000 ETF. And with that, we have improvement in relative performance, long-term downside momentum versus the S&P 500 has improved. And that likens it to sort of towards the end of 22 when we started to see them at least perform more in line with. So we're kind of convinced that we'll see small caps do better. Maybe they don't outperform strongly, but a better year for them after what was a very difficult year for them because breadth was so weak and relative strength, of course, behind them was so weak. So we're excited about the range breakout. We feel it can get IWM to 213 resistance as an initial upside objective. And with that, we should see some outperformance near term.
Does that mean that big cap technology takes a breather, so to speak, or doesn't perform as strongly if money's going into small caps?
I would guess that the relative performance takes a breather. So maybe they're not the same source of upside leadership, but they should participate. So it wouldn't be something that someone might notice very much in their portfolio. But it also should be associated with sort of growth to value ratios, favoring growth even more than they have done. ETFs like ARK-K doing much better after advancing from long-term basing phases. So this is part of the whole broadening out of the rally that we're expecting.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we saw the RSP or the equal-weighted S&P ETF, and depending on how you're tracking it. But you say, and your analysis, I think, is great. And you say, do you notice it in your portfolio? I guess the question I ask is, do we have to own small caps? I mean, small caps have underperformed for a decade. Why are we even talking about them? And I know why we're talking about them.
Well, you could say that about international, too, really. Right?
So yeah. That's what's really interesting, because when I was an EM guy every single day and we were looking to hedge some of the EN kind of growth dynamics, we would hedge with an IWM. Not all the time, all the place. But I guess my point is, and as I talk about this with clients and you look at 2024, it's like, should we own more small caps? And on some level, if you've done that for the last decade, you've underperformed. You don't have to own small caps. Having said that, the sign that small caps are starting to outperform is very interesting for the overall market, and I know we should be looking at it.
If you own small caps, though, I think it's got to be a bet on interest rates. If you think interest rates are going higher, then small caps aren't going to perform. And, I always point out with the IWM 2000, 40% of those companies are unprofitable. In 1995, I think it was 15% that were unprofitable. So it's a different landscape, and that mirrors what Tim just said, the gross underperformance you've had with IWM. They've become unprofitable companies, and they're packaged together into an unprofitable ETF when you look at the IWM. So if you look at large cap tech, that's going to be an outsized portion of the market, and whether it is higher rates, lower rates, people are going to migrate to what it is, because tech is not just tech anymore. It's industrials, it's energy. Tech overlays every other sector.
I like the small cap space. I think just the valuation differential is so big now. And, I'm long a lot of tech, Mag 7, but I think that this has just underperformed too long. And eventually we see things revert to a mean, and I think that'll happen here.